You remember the fire, for once a flame has been awakened within you, it cannot be forgotten. It becomes the pulse behind every thought, the hidden drumbeat beneath your chest. And that fire we uncovered in episode 3 was not meant to make you comfortable, but to make you restless, to burn through the fabric of illusions that once seemed unshakable. And so tonight, I tell you that the true enemy of awakening is not darkness, but deception, not silence, but noise, not death, but the dream that convinces you that this world is all there is, for the veil of Maya stretches itself across every eye, every nation, every era, so subtle that you mistake it for reality itself. You are told this is your life, your work, your name, your home, your nation, your body, and yet all of it is the skin of the dream. And if you peel it away, you will see that something else gazes from beneath, something older than the stars, something eternal that has never been touched by birth or death. And yet we walk as if hypnotized, lulled into the play of shadows, believing the dream to be solid stone, forgetting that even stone returns to dust, while the dreamer never fades. And here is the great secret. You are not only inside the dream, you are also the one who dreams it. And Maya, the great veiled mistress, wraps you in reflections so convincing that you forget your own fire, you forget your own gaze, you forget your own origin. She whispers through every desire. She shrouds herself in every fear. She disguises herself as your very thoughts. And when you think you have seen her, you have only seen another mask, another veil, another reflection in her endless hall of mirrors. For she is the mistress of reflections, and her art is not to bind you with chains, but with images, not to cage you with walls, but with beliefs, not to enslave you with force, but with dreams. She paints the sky with her veil, so you forget to look beyond it. She adorns the earth with her patterns, so you cling to them as reality. She even cloaks the self in the illusion of permanence, so that you cry when a body falls, not knowing the spirit never touched the earth in the first place. And if you want to see how strong her spell is, look around you. Do you not see men and women living entire lives for things that vanish? Chasing coins that evaporate, titles that mean nothing, identities that crumble, dreams within dreams, illusions stacked upon illusions. And yet they call this reality, they call this freedom, they call this truth. Maya smiles, for she knows the dream must be convincing. It must feel solid. It must feel unbreakable, or else the sleepers would stir too soon. But the inner fire that we lit was not meant to let you sleep. It was meant to burn the curtains, to scorch the fabric of her illusions, until the threads split, until the veil becomes transparent, and you see, truly see, that what you called life was only a passage through a theater. But beware, for when you first pierce the veil, terror will greet you, for what you see is too vast, too raw, too eternal for the small self to endure. And here lies the paradox. Maya is both enemy and guide, both poison and medicine, both cage and protection, for without her veil many would go mad, blinded by the unbearable light of truth. And so she keeps them safe in the dream until the fire within them grows strong enough to bear it. Yet you are no longer one of the safe. You are no longer one of the comfortable, for once the fire ignites, it demands more. It hungers for truth. It will not rest until the dream dissolves, until every veil falls. And so you must walk the narrow path, to see the illusion without despair, to pierce the veil without arrogance, to burn away the dream without burning yourself. And this is no simple task, for the dream is everywhere. It is in the voices of society. It is in the stories of nations. It is in the screens that hypnotize the masses. It is in the beliefs you inherited. It is even in the way you see yourself when you look into the mirror, for that reflection is not you, but only another layer of Maya, another shadow cast on the wall. But remember this, the dream cannot hold you if you refuse to believe it. The veil cannot blind you if you learn to see with the fire and not the eyes. The illusions cannot deceive you if you dare to question them at their root. So practice now. Look at your world as if it were a dream. Ask yourself if this is real. Ask yourself who the dreamer is. Ask yourself what lies beyond the veil, and in time you will see that the veil begins to thin, that the dream begins to fracture, that the fire reveals what the eyes alone cannot. And when that moment comes, when the veil begins to tear, you will face the greatest trial, to let go of everything you thought you were, for all identities are threads of the veil, and to pass through it you must step beyond them all, naked, blazing free, into the truth that cannot be spoken, into the light that cannot be veiled, into the self that was never bound.